आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव।
Azadi ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
22nd of May 1772 is the birth anniversary of the great social reformer and the pioneer of the Bengal Renaissance, Raja Ram Mohan Roy. He was born in village Radhanagar of the Hooghly District in Bengal. By the age of 15, Raja Ram Mohan Roy had learnt Bangla, Persian, Arabic and Sanskrit. He stood firmly against all sorts of religious bigotry and superstitions. This led to differences between Raja Ram Mohan Roy and his family. Following differences, he left the house and wandered around the Himalayas and went to Tibet. He travelled widely before returning home.
After his return, Raja Ram Mohan Roy's family married him in the hope that he would change. But this did not have any effect on him. Raja Ram Mohan Roy went to Varanasi and studied the Vedas and the Upanishads deeply. When his father died in 1803, he returned to Murshidabad. Ram Mohan Roy then worked as a moneylender in Calcutta, and from 1809 to 1814, he served in the revenue department of the East India Company.
In 1814, Raja Ram Mohan Roy formed Atmiya Sabha. Atmiya Sabha tried to initiate social and religious reforms in the society. Raja Ram Mohan Roy campaigned for the rights of women, including the right for widows to remarry and the right for women to hold property. He actively opposed the sati system and the practice of polygamy.
He also supported education, particularly education of women. In 1822, he founded a school based on English education.
In 1828, Raja Ram Mohan Roy founded the Brahmo Samaj. Through it, he wanted to expose the religious hypocrisies. His efforts bore fruit when the sati system was abolished in 1829.
In 1831, he was given the title Raja by the Mughal king Akbar II, who sent him to the United Kingdom as an ambassador of the Mughal Empire to ensure that the Bengal Sati Regulation 1829 banning the practice of sati was not overturned. In addition, Roy also petitioned the king to increase the Mughal Emperor's allowance. On the 27th of September 1833, while on a visit to Britain, he died of meningitis in Stapleton near Bristol. Stapleton Groves is the place where he was laid to rest initially. Later, he was reinterred in the nearby Arnos Vale Cemetery in 1843, where his mausoleum still stands. We also remember Bhailal Dajibhai Patel, who was a resident of Patej, district Kheda, Gujarat. He actively participated in the Dharsana Salt Satyagraha 25 miles south of Dandi in May 1930. Gandhiji decided on a raid of the Dharsana salt works. He wrote to the Viceroy, Lord Irwin, and warned him about his plan. In order to prevent this, Gandhiji was arrested on the 4th of May 1930 and detained without trial near Pune.
But the Dharsana Satyagraha went ahead as planned by Gandhiji with Abbas Tayyibji, a 76-years-old retired judge, leading the march with Kasturba Gandhi at his side. Both were arrested before reaching Dharsana and sentenced to 3 months' imprisonment. Even after their arrests, the Satyagrahis, of whom one was Bhailal Dajibhai Patel, continued to march under the leadership of Sarojini Naidu, who warned them.
You must not use any violence under any circumstance. You will be beaten, but you must not resist. You must not even raise a hand to ward off blows.
As apprehended, the armed forces began clubbing the Satyagrahis with steel-tipped lathis in an incident on the 22nd of May 1930. Bhailal Dajibhai Patel suffered severe lathi blows and kicks and expired on the spot within half an hour. We salute the great nationalist. That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.